Hey guys, if you want to see my in-depth wash and go, keep on watching. So this is just a 3-day-old wash and go. It looks really old, it's kind of dry, there's no shape, there's no life to it. So I mean I could put it in a ponytail, I could make a bun, but I think I just want to give this hair some new life, revitalize it, make it look good and fresh and new again. Yeah, I think it's that time. So I've just gotten out of the shower and I'm just basically zhuzhing up this wet hair, showing you all the different angles. So I'm going to start to apply my Kinky Curly Curling Custard. It's really good for detangling, getting out those knots, and moisturizing. It's a really nice leave-in conditioner. I just went out and bought a new bottle yesterday. So I'm just going to put a generous amount, and it creates a really good slip for a hair that's kind of detangled and tightly curled. It makes detangling such a breeze. So I'm just going to put that in from the ends all the way up to my roots, and I don't section it all because I kind of like that carefree curly look. So I'm just scrunching that in from my ends and smoothing. This is what I'm doing right now, is just smoothing it in and making sure my curls clump together. And this is a really good method for hair that's, you know, tighter curled. So I'm just gonna make sure I zhuzh it up some more. And I'm gonna add some coconut oil. This is a really good sealer for your hair. You wanna make sure you moisturize and seal. So the Kinky Curly was my moisturizer, and the coconut oil is my sealant. And it seals all the moisture right into your hair. And coconut oil is one of the only oils that actually penetrates the hair shaft. So it's not only coating it, it's actually penetrating deep down inside too. So a little piece of coconut oil flung into my face. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. So you're not gonna see that anymore. Just pretend like it's not there. So I'm just doing the same process, that same smoothing, the coconut oil right on top of that Kinky Curly just to seal it in. And that's gonna add some great shine, some moisturization, and the moisture is gonna help with the definition of the curls and keeping it frizz-free all day. So I'm just gonna show you the back. And I'm smoothing and stretching, and separating those curls. This is the method I've always been using for years. Smoothing and stretching. So I'm just showing you my Eco Styler gel. I'm using the Argan Oil one right now, but I don't really have a preference. It's between the Argan Oil or the olive oil one. So I'm putting a generous amount, and like before, I'm not going to separate it. I'm just going to go ahead and scrunch that in right on top of those other two products. And I'm just smoothing it, scrunching, and stretching. So that's my method. Smooth, scrunch, and stretch. And that's going to give you really nice defined curls without too much hold. So I'm just smoothing it in from roots to ends, adding a little bit more. At this point, I'm just going to take some smaller sections just to make sure I get some better definition, because that area of my hair does tend to puff up a little bit more. It doesn't really get defined as well. So it needs just a little bit more product. So I'm just going to go through that section and add a little bit more. And smooth, stretch and scrunch it. Make sure you get those edges, ladies, because I've seen some treacherous edges and there's no excuse. So really slick those babies down. I'm using my Carol's Daughter Edge Smoothing Gel, and I'm really getting deep down in there. You don't want your edges to look messy. You've done all this work and then you don't even care about your edges? So at this point, I'm just gonna basically try to figure out a style that I want. I think I'm gonna go for this side part. It's what I do all the time. Nothing unusual. So I'm gonna add some more gel right at the top. This is what everyone's gonna see, so you wanna make sure that this part looks the best. And I think I'm gonna go for a faux bang. This is my method on a faux bang. So I just add some pins in the front. I go far back enough so that way my hair will flop over it, and it just gives me that illusion of a bang. That way I don't have to cut my hair, but I love the way bangs look. I don't want to take the scissors to my hair. So I just smooth that out, make it look as good as possible. And then at the end, you can choose to take the pins out after, you know, it's already set. But I normally just leave them in. So I'm just zhuzhing it up, styling it, trying to figure out exactly where I want everything to be placed. And then I'm good. Here's some up-close definition of the hair still wet right before it's been blow dried. And as you can see, it looks really good. You can leave it like this, or you can choose to spot perfect it and blow dry, which I'm going to show you right now. It can get pretty frizzy the more you manipulate it, so I'm just adding a little bit of Eco Styler gel just to show you the definition and the smoothing that you can get with it, so you can really see how shiny it makes the curls. But the only problem is that it does get a little crunchy, so I try not to do this as often. I just do it in certain spots that I feel like need a little bit more gel, but you can really see how defined and springy it makes the curls. So here you can see that this side is a looser texture than the other side, and it makes it a lot easier to detangle, but it does create some sort of unevenness to my hair where that side's a lot looser and this side's a lot tighter. But I don't know, just something I deal with. It's just life. Not really much I can do about that. It's whatever's done is done. So I'm just basically playing around with it and just showing you different angles so you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna rotate, that way you can see the back. But this is more of a carefree, easy wash and go. It's not perfect, but you can make it perfect if you want. You just section it, add more gel, more conditioner, and you're definitely gonna have more defined, perfect curls if that's what you're looking for. So I just let my hair air dry for about a half an hour and I'm just shaking it out. This is the point where I'm gonna start to diffuse, and that is a diffuser bowl. This didn't come with the blow dryer, I bought that separately, and this is the point where I'm gonna start to diffuse. So I put on a low speed and a warm heat setting, and I'm just getting the top of my hair. The roots are really important because the ends dry quicker anyway, so I want to make sure I get the bulk of that moisture out of my hair. So I'm just getting the top, which I think is really important also because that way the water won't keep trickling down. It just gets, you know, dry from the top, and then I start to dry the bottoms. So I'm just getting right into my root, and I'm flipping it and flipping it, making sure that I'm getting every angle. And what I'm doing is I'm just sitting the cup against my hair and I'm sort of wiggling it slowly back and forth. And I feel like that really gets my root really well without adding any frizziness. So I'm taking these pins out because I really want to get down to business, and those pins are totally in the way. So I took the pins out and I'm going to get the top of my hair, make sure that's all good and dry before I even move on to another step. So I'm getting the front and I'm holding my head upside down, and I'm just getting the front and I'm scrunching, which is really good for forming your curl pattern when you scrunch because it's gonna help to kind of compact the curls together. But if you don't want, you know, that shrinkage that you get, I'm gonna show you in the next step how to stretch out your hair. So this is the hair all dry with the diffuser, and I normally don't keep it like this because I do love bigger, fluffier hair. So to get that, I'm going to use this concentrator nozzle that came with my blow dryer. I'm just going to attach it to the end, and what this is going to help to do is really help to stretch and concentrate all of that heat onto one area of the hair. So I have it still on a low speed and a warm setting, nothing hot, and I'm just getting the roots. So I'm gently stretching the ends of my hair just so I can get to the root, and then I'm sort of just blow drying right at the root. but it's nothing damaging or very extensive. So I'm just going, you know, right around my hair, starting from the back, and I'm going to go towards the front. And this is really going to stretch out those curls, but it's still going to leave the definition that you like. So I'm just going to keep going around and showing you how I do this. And I'm taking little pieces. I'm not, you know, taking big chunks, but you can if you want. If you don't really want anything, you know, very stretched, you can do big chunks. The heat won't get to each strand individually that way. So I get to the root, and this will really help to dry your hair also. I like to get the front because I really want my front to be stretched and long. I'm going to spin around so you can see the back. So it's just my hair pattern, but stretch version of it. So I'm doing overall blow dry just to make sure it's all nice and dried. Then I'm just going to shake it out, separate those curls, and it's bigger and it's fluffier already. I'm just going to frame my face, figure out how I want my hair to be. And these pins are really going to help with the faux bang if your hair is too long to create a bang, because I'm not cutting my hair. I'm done. I got too scissor happy and I've learned my lesson. So I'm going to fake it till I make it. So I'm just shaking it, gonna break my neck basically, and those are my faux bangs. So I'm just zhuzhing it up, getting it the way I like it, and that's typically my wash and go. So here is some up close definition of my curls, stretched out. So you can see there's a little bit of frizz, but you know what, little frizz never killed anybody. So the bigger the better, I say. You can see this side is definitely a lot looser. It's that heat damage, but I can't stay away from my straight hair. I'm not cutting it though, so you can talk trash. But I'm leaving it. Just gonna rotate around again, just so you can get more detail. So I'm just swinging my hair, playing around. These are the final results. So I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for my next video. Until next time, guys. Bye.